Just say it. 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 Just say it.
Just say it!
Stewie. Hey.
Hey there. So, it's been 24 hours. Got my money?
Oh, you know what? Just give me till next Friday. I'll have it for you.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. That's good, OJ. Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, it feels so good, does it? No, huh? Yeah, that's what happens, man.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what happens. Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man? Where's the money? Yeah, you like that? That feel good? That feel good? Where's the money, man? Where's my money? You got till 5 o'clock. You hear me? You got till 5 o'clock.
You freaking psychopath!
Clean yourself up.
A few things. Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Where should we start that?
Alright, well. I got 3 hangouts lined up for this week. And yeah, you'd say brap. You think brap. But I don't feel brap.
Skeen.
And it's like it's a bit of the ongoing conversation of when we're in Corfu. And you know.
Why?
Well, why don't I feel brap?
No, yeah, well, I mean, have you been asking yourself the reason why?
About them? Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I go with these hangouts, these free hangouts.
What? Why do I want to hang out?
Yeah, with these 3 in particular.
Don't have an answer.
And it's okay you don't have an answer as well, I guess. It is really just hanging out and getting to know each other, right? So you don't need to know what that's gonna look like yet.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm not so much about like what it's gonna look like and all that, but I mean, I'm just experiencing this ongoing missing, which obviously I'm clear is coming from within me. It has nothing to do with the outside world. And I'm not sure how to deal with that, or what it was there to deal with it. I mean, like, look at even with the girl on holiday, yeah, she sent me an email, and how that was. It was a nice email. I did go out on Saturday night as well.
Oh, soon.
Out dancing with one of my friends. Went out dancing, and yeah, it was a good night. And I was clear, I'm just gonna have a good time, and like, you know, I wasn't to that night. I wasn't so much, alright, I'm gonna go and meet girls. It was more like, if girls show up, then, you know, then maybe we'll hang out. But that's kind of how I was approaching that night. I was just like, mainly just wanted to have a good time, or dance mainly. And yeah, a few came up, and there was even one particular one that came up. So I remember thinking she was hot. When she came over, I just felt like she had this kind of. She came and approached me, and it felt she had this kind of front kind of thing. You know, I don't know. She could have been drunk. It could have been anything. And I was there, and I was talking just how I would normally, but I was just like, I just don't care. Well, not I don't care. I was like, fuck you, basically. That's how I was more. Not fuck you in a horrible way. I mean, fuck you sounds horrible. I mean, not fuck you as in I want something bad to happen to you. It was just more like, I don't know how to actually explain it energy wise, but it was just more like, yeah, fuck you. And
So what does she do?
no, that was just more how I was just being, not just particularly with her.
Oh, about seeing.
Yeah, it wasn't like solely to her, personally to her. It was just kind of a way of being I was testing out during the night at some point.
Them ones, but why, man? Was that? Did it feel like a focus on that, or was it just?
Yeah.
Yeah, because with focus on that, I'm guessing that. Remember, we've always spoken about how focus works, man, and what you focus on is what you kind of will end up attracting. So if you're going out to have a good night, so focus on having a good night, and the be aligned with that as well, and like having a good night and being in fuck yous, like, but in a good way, the best way that you could say a fuck you. It doesn't sound so aligned.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like, I mean, not caring about what people think of you, yeah, that's different. Like, I'm gonna have a good time. I don't care if anyone thinks that I look like a weirdo when I'm dancing. Like, that'd be different. But being like, I'm gonna have a good time, but I'm gonna have this. Do you know what? Fuck it.
No, it wasn't like that. Just happened at some point during the night. It wasn't like I went out thinking, I'm gonna have a good night. And fuck you.
I see.
It was just at some point during the night I felt like, oh, do you know what? Fuck it, fuck you. Like, that's just how I felt. It wasn't anyone to do with anyone in particular, so I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in that space for a little bit and see what the experience is like. And it wasn't that I felt this. It's not that I felt it didn't feel horrible.
Yeah.
Definitely felt weird because obviously of the word that I was using, fuck you, like as in what that would just generally, what kind of connotation generally would be there straight away. You know, maybe it was like another way of just saying I can't be bothered. Who are you? That kind of like, yeah. And I suppose it's coming from frustration, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Let's be real. Like, there's that underlying frustration going on, which is irrelevant to do with the girls or other things in my life. And that's the missing thing that I'm saying, or that's the thing that's present. I don't know.
But what you?
It's like I don't know. It's like I want to have my focus on something which is irrelevant of all the
results and
results, the external things. Like just focus. Like, you know, for example, I'll just use this word, but like just focusing on being happy. For example, like just focusing on being happy, and that's it. Like just doing that. And then, you know, if I go out, I go out. If I hang out with a girl, I hang out with a girl. If I do that job, I do that. When I go teach dance, do that. Like, but I'm just that space, that being. It comes down to the whole anchor thing again, like what I said before. And I've been having a difficult time trying to create this new anchor, or at least get present to this new anchor. So what's happening at times is I'm having external things determine my centeredness versus me determining my centeredness.
Well, from what it sounds like to me, the frustration's coming from the focus on the hangouts. Like that becomes like a priority in your life, even though it might not occur like one. It has become top 3 of your week is arranging, putting appointments in for hanging out with someone who is of the opposite sex and doing something that you could both enjoy together.
Partly would
versus
be because I mean the two main things that are like authentic for me at the moment in my life are just my creativity and women.
But do you have it that when you're being creative, what's there for you around when you're being creative and you're putting in appointments for the creativity, like the projects that you're up to and penciling them in?
There's a similar experience that's starting to overlap a little bit.
Wow, it's becoming contagious.
A little bit, yeah, because it's like there's so many ideas. I want to do all of them. I want to do all of them as soon as possible. Parallel to that with girls, there's a lot of women in the world who I wouldn't mind getting to know on all different levels, and kind of rushing. There's a Russian kind of underlying thing going on in the background, like, and that is not enough, like in the sense of, right, let me just stick on one project for now and that's it. But then what about the other ones? Got to make time for the other ones as well. When are you going to start the other ones as well?
But you know I've had this demon as well. I call it a demon because it is something that we feel like I've always tried to do all things at once, and you do find that it's overwhelming, makes you feel anxious and makes you feel like you're not meeting deadlines, and the deadlines are only our personal deadlines, really. Like, I mean,
yeah,
no one said that we have to do it at that particular time. We could do it whenever we want, but that pressure that you're putting on yourself,
yeah,
with the women and with the creativity, it's just being that there's plenty of time for it, and not only that, have you thought about calling these girls?
What do you mean calling?
Just having a conversation with them on the phone. I'm not really a conversational guy. I don't know, maybe you might not be as well, but I'm not really a person that really calls people. Like, people know me for that. Like, people that know me very well know that I'm not really a type to sit on a phone. Like, yeah, we're on a Skype call now and we're doing this audio show and everything, but in general, I don't really pick up the phone and call people. Like, I'm more of a texter, like brief text and then maybe meet up and have a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
But in terms of you, if you feel like you are comfortable with having a conversation over the phone.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable having a conversation on the phone, but I don't see what the point is, really.
Well, it's a build up to the thing that you want, the hanging out.
Yeah, but it takes time. I'm not going to want to be on the, like, unless it's just calling and just be like, oh, let's do this day, blah blah. That's different. But if it's calling to like have a nice chat, I'd rather wait until we're with each other and have that chat. And I say that because of time as well. Like, not because I don't have enough time. Like, I don't want to call it like as in like come from scarcity if there's not enough time, but there's 3 girls that I'm like in touch with and getting to know, speaking to them often during the week. That's going to eat into a lot of other space for other things that I want to do, whereas us messaging
it kind of less between.
Yeah, or even if I'm audio noting, even audio noting is cool.
Yeah.
So I know that's something more.
Do you know, that's
like, in terms of the phone conversation, that's something more I would probably do with a friend. You know, I mean, they could become my friend and that ends up happening, but I could be my friend, like, or if it was if she happened to be my girlfriend, then obviously, yeah, then when we're not together, yeah, now and then I'll be on the phone with her.
Have you sent an audio note to a girl before?
Yeah.
After linking them? I mean, not after linking them. After maybe exchanging numbers to a different platform. So you might have been on Tinder and been like, well, what's up? And then sent them an audio.
Yeah, I have.
And out of all the girls that you did that for, have you? How many have you met through that? I'm not trying to go.
I don't know, guys.
But in your way of doing that, has it always been that it's more than likely that you've met them after and you've hanged out after that?
I don't know what you mean.
I think with a lot of girls who you go onto your comfortable platform, which is your WhatsApp, and you're messaging, and you want to hang out, and you're not hanging out, and you're still not hanging out yet, and it's still sitting on the messages trying to arrange a date. From my experience, they become more comfortable with hanging out. I'm not saying that they're not hanging out with you because you haven't had your voice be present. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it gives them this bit more comfort.
But I think you're getting confused. Why are you saying this? Because what I was saying earlier is not got to do with, is different to this. It's fine that you're saying it. I don't have a problem with you saying it, but are you saying this in?
No, because I'm trying to get at why you feel no. The reason why that because you say that there's something missing. There's an emptiness with the hangouts.
But no, I didn't say that. What I said was, there's 3 hangouts lined up this week, and you said you were like brap, and I was like, yeah, I'm not brap. And I said because of this missing that I'm experiencing, which is to do with me. It's got nothing to do with the girls. It's got nothing to do with the things that are going on in my life. So it's something that more likely, in terms of the effectiveness, is something to deal with within. So with what you're saying about being more comfortable with girls, I'm not comfortable with girls when I meet them. It's got nothing to do with that.
But if you want to hang out with girls, and that's something that you see as parallel to your creativity, you said that you like hanging out with girls as well as being creative, and those are the 2 main things in your life.
Yeah.
Why would you not be excited about those 2 things?
Exactly. And that's what I'm wanting to discover. That's what I'm wanting to get present to, because obviously there's something that's missing, or I'm not present to.
It probably sounds, for me, it sounds like sexual frustration to me.
Even if that is the case, again, it's still something that's missing present to me. Because alright, let's say it's sexual frustration. Let's say it is that. Alright, I'll start having loads more sex.
Yeah.
And I still feel the same. I'm not brat. So I'm clear it's not that necessarily external thing. But it's something in my being in relation to, yeah, you could say any of those things. Hence why I was saying it's kind of like a little similar to, it's kind of a bit contagious over on the creative side, because there's all this stuff that I want to do. And for example, let's say I'm just working on one project, and then I have that what come up for me like, I should be doing a bit more and blah blah, etc etc. I'm not content. What I'm experiencing is discontent. I'm not experiencing just being content with, I'm just working on this project right now and I'm going to do this until this finishes, and then bam, work on to the next one. I'm experiencing discontent, dissatisfaction, all of that stuff, which is similar to women, like in terms of with women. Now, I'm clear, first and foremost, it's down to the essence of like whatever's going on with me and my foundation, my centeredness. So yeah, there is, the stuff that's also happening on the external level, which can be looked at, which I could then be like, oh no, I'd rather choose this or choose that. But the space that I'm coming from would then be different.
What is it that you feel Because what does it matter if you don't do all these projects at the same time? What does it matter? Why is it so important for you to do all of these projects and get all of these ideas out at once? Because is it that you want to have a happiness at the end of it? Because if that's the case, and that's probably why you have the frustration.
It's more likely to do with, there's a way of being. I suppose I think I don't know.
But I think that's what it is, because I do get that sometimes it's easy for us to feel like once I've done this and this, and then finally I'd have done it, I'll have this kind of freedom, like, oh, I've done it. And then that ease, and then you kind of get excited about what that's going to feel like at the end of that. But life is continuous, man. You're going to do all these projects. If you do all these ideas, all of them, all at once, within a week, for example, or 2 weeks, I'm not saying that's possible, but I'm just saying that, like, what if you were to do all these projects? There is still going to be the rest of your life. So it doesn't matter when you do them. So there's always going to be something else that you're going to want to pursue after that. There is no real ending.
And I understand that, which is why I'm more wanting to focus on my experience of being than those things. Because, alright, let's just take happy again, for example. Happy and content. If I'm just happy and content, then whether I'm doing one project or not, or whether I'm doing one project or 5 projects at the same time, becomes irrelevant, because I'm happy and content either way. Whether I hang out with one girl 1 week or no girls for like a whole month, I'm happy and content either way. That's what I'm wanting to cultivate. But I think what's been happening is I'm trying to cultivate that, as well as produce results, and then collapsing something along the way.
You just said it.
And then being hooked on the result or the outcome, and no longer hooked on the journey, the process.
The result's always going to distract you.
Yeah. It can do, yeah.
Yeah, it can and it can't as well. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, I mean, the result can make you feel excited about the journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can also distract you and make you feel, dissatisfaction. But maybe just looking at what type of result you're fixed to at the moment, that you're not realizing that you're fixing to.
Yeah. There's some blind spot, big blind spot. Well, it feels big. It's probably not a big one. Well, it might be. I don't know. But there's a blind spot. Period. Or blind spots, which I don't know that I don't know right now.
Like, you just, like, the thing is, like, this experience that you want with women, yeah, like, in the whole scheme of things, like, what you'd see as being like, yep, this is like, to measure that that is working, and not working as in, like, yes, I'm meeting loads of women, and yes, like, this is the result I wanted, like, but just looking at it as the whole bigger picture is that you want to hang out with a girl and you enjoy the moment with that person, and that enjoying the moment might not have to do with sex.
Exactly.
And I get that with you. I know that. But I do know that there is sexual frustration at the moment for you, even though you've had sex recently, because you do want more of it.
Do you know what? I don't know if it's sexual frustration in the way that you mean sexual frustration. The reason why I say that is because I think, like, energy, when you feel aligned, and when you're doing your websites, or when I'm acting, like, that energy that flows through you, I would still relate that as to a form of sexual energy. So that's why I said that. But I think the frustration is more to do with around manifesting.
Tell me more about that.
So for example, you said sex. So let's use that then. For example, I might be like, I want to manifest sex this week, and then it doesn't happen. So now it looks like, it's because I'm sexually frustrated. But it's not so much that. It's more, I wanted to manifest something, and it didn't manifest. So I could be the same with like, I want to finish this song this week, or today even. Didn't manifest it, didn't fully finish it. Now, for example, there could be a journey that happens along that way, which is going to lead to that, which could end up happening the week after, for example, right? Or may not be the week after, whatever. But there's been a journey along that way. But because I'm fixated on the manifestation, I'm missing out on the journey. That's kind of what happened with the girl on holiday.
Yeah, what you've done, and that girl on the holiday thing is giving me even more of an idea of what's going to happen here. You felt like there was a deadline with the girl on holiday, because you're not going to see her anytime soon now unless you book a ticket to go on holiday and visit her. So on that holiday, there was, between this time and this time, I need to manifest so and so. Now, you did all the other things that you could do with this girl. The only thing you didn't do is what? What's the only thing that you wanted to manifest with an experience on that holiday?
Alright, sex.
Yeah. So do you feel like you achieved something? Do you feel like you manifested what you wanted on that holiday? In fact, female wise.
Well, when I went on holiday, I was trying to actually just forget about everything. So the fact that came up, I didn't really have that an intention. But alright, once she showed up,
there was the next
level. It
level.
would have been nice to hang out with her more and spend time with her more, yeah. And that's what I was saying about overthinking can kill things. Because of me thinking, on holiday, here's this chick, let's see what can happen. Like, sex. That had me not really present to, which is what I ended up saying to you when I was leaving now, when we were leaving, that, you know what, if I was just like, let's just hang out and hang out and hang out. You know, sex might have happened or not, but that would have been this journey that I would have experienced the journey, the process. So what ended up happening was we hung out less, and we didn't experience having sex with each other as well. And in terms of my responsibility around that, I would say that's because of me being fixated on having to manifest a particular result versus just enjoying the journey, a journey with her.
So I still have it as sexual frustration, Ash, man.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but I just, like, I've had that where I felt like, freaking hell, man, like, when is this thing gonna manifest in the way that I want it to? Because now and then is okay, but you don't want now and then. I know that you don't want it now and then. You want it on a consistent, regular level.
It's more of just, I suppose, knowing and owning my own power and potential.
Yeah.
Because alright, I know you feel that it's sexual frustration, and that's fine. But I would say the same thing in regards to like manifesting around my creativity. It's like, let's manifest.
But
it's not like I just go, oh, here's an idea, film idea, manifest, bam, it pops out. No, there is a process that actually happens. But if I'm so fixated on gotta manifest, gotta release, gotta share, blah blah blah, then the whole in between part, I'm absent. Even though there's stuff happening, I'm absent to it.
So I think it starts to come down to then the time frame. that you want these things to happen in.
But what I'm saying is, I want to be able to connect. All right, let's say, let's do this then. I'm gonna do some of landmark stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Try and do it on myself out loud because I've done it to myself already, but in my head. So let's say I am doing a project a month. Bam, released. Bam, released. Bam, released. Let's say I'm having sex whenever I want. Whenever I want. Yeah. Let's say 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll have a day off to rest.
Long ass rest.
A day of nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Let's say that's happening throughout the month. There's a way I experience myself. There's a way of being that I am, that's present as I am doing those things. Now, what I'm thinking would be beneficial for me, that will make a difference to me, is if I connect, get present to, or create to that way of being's essence of that, then whether I am doing a project a month or not, or having sex 6 days a week or not, becomes irrelevant. Because the reason why, because remember you're saying why, but why? The reason why, because I lost myself.
Scared it out.
No, because I was just about to go to a different thing. So if I'm connected to the way of being, the essence of that, first, yeah, that's the space. Then when I'm doing that stuff, yeah,
it's either gonna happen or it's not.
Cool. But if it's not happening, it's also cool, because I am being that way, period.
So how
because they give me an opportunity to be a particular way. Like when I'm kissing a girl, there's a way of being. There's this thing that I'm connected to that just is and the same if I'm writing, or if I'm on stage, or if I'm, well, that's why I'm okay with going out to the club and not even drinking, because dancing, when I'm dancing, there's something I'm connected to. But I don't need to always be dancing to only be connected to that thing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do it the other way. The whole, what I was saying the other, like last week, the whole be do have way.
Yeah.
Or not even, let's move out the have that for a second, the be do versus, oh, if I do that, then I'll be this.
So you're gonna have to do them intro ones, blood, where
intro
in this moment, who do you want to be, blood? Jeez, who do you want to be, man?
But this is the thing, I don't know anymore.
You, blood, you do.
Well, I'm not present to it because I've brainstormed so many different ways of being and feelings.
Leader, blood. You want to be a leader, blood. You want to lead by example with the projects. You want to lead by example with the girls. You want to lead and say, yo, we're going to this place at this time. I see you there. You either come in or you're not, but it's all good. I'm going to still be happy. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to drink that drink on my ones. I'm going to have that hot chocolate on my own if you do not come. But this is the time I'm going to be there. Be there or be square, blood. You want to be a leader, man, and you feel a lack of leadership.
I'm listening to that, and I'm
that's what's missing. I think that's what's missing. That you feel like you don't have leadership in yourself at the moment, in your expression, because these leaders. What is a leader?
Was that rhetorical? You actually asked me that.
Yeah, it's a rhetorical.
Okay.
It's also a question as well, Black. You can answer it if you want. I think what's missing is the leadership, man.
But
because you know what you want, and you don't have to have a girl that you meet today prove that you can be a leader or not.
this is true. I don't think that's the one though. I think that is an attribute to whatever the way of being is, or a version. I don't think it's leader. Like I'm listening to what you're saying and being with that. Well, I'll give you another example. You know bums.
Who?
Bums. We've been talking about.
Oh
bums.
yeah. Back off. Back off.
Like, the same thing. When I see a bum, before I get into the whole, oh, maybe I need to go approach that girl. Before I get to that point, when I just see a beautiful, delicious bum that I like, there's something I'm connected to. I wouldn't call that leadership.
You're connected to the peanuts, Black. Nah, joking.
What is that? Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, someone's calling me, but let me answer it just in case.
Alright, cool.
Don't know. Hello? Yes, who's speaking? Okay. Yeah, excuse me. Before you continue, I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay with broadband. All right, sir. I'm actually in the middle of something as well, but I don't need your services. So thank you for calling, and have a nice day. Take care. Bye. Sure. Because I didn't recognise the number. I thought just in case, because of my contacts been gone.
Oh, see.
Bloody broadband. Anyway.
It went in.
Huh?
Was it BT?
Nah, it was Discover or something like that.
Oh,
And it was one of those ones where you just know they're not going to try and let you get a word in, because he was just going for it.
them ones.
So
Yeah.
yeah, way of being. Yeah.
No, I do get what you're saying here, because
Yeah.
I have this at work as well. Like now when I'm going into work, I just want to be that I'm just satisfied with giving us providing a service on the phone. But then I get this annoyance of like I know my job entails picking up the phone, speaking to someone, and they might complain about their experience that they are having on their holiday, and that I'm gonna have to, be empathetic, and I'm gonna have to help them as best as I can. When I come off the phone, I've got to log that note, and I've got to do various tasks that's gonna help other people out on their holiday. I get that, but I've noticed that in the last couple of months, I'm going into work with this kind of like, oh, bloody hell, man, work again. Like this complaining type energy, which is not me. Like I want to provide a service. Like that's who I am. Like I like helping out. I help being, a person who's going to make someone's experience a better experience.
Yeah.
But as soon as I pick up that phone, it's like, oh, the phone's rang again. It's like, well, that's what I signed up for. I don't expect to come into work and the phone not ring. Like, but there's a way I'm being about work that obviously is not aligned with, what this job is about. And then
Well, not even just what it's about, but what's true for you as well.
for me as well, yeah. And I find myself going into work thinking like, what God of this? Like, why can't I just be happy? Like, why can't I just be the Mike I am outside of work?
Yeah, because if you were being caring, like
That
using that
that's
as an example, as I've heard you say it before, because of the line of work that you do,
Yeah.
care, like every phone call is an opportunity for you to be caring,
Yeah.
then you might be a bit more excited, or you know what I mean, more alive around work. Then
I think it comes down to we may have to apply the 90-10 rule, because it is how we react. So how are we reacting to these things in our life? That's giving up 90% of our frustration. Because the way you're feeling about these hangouts, how are you reacting to these hangouts? Because these hangouts are an opportunity for you to be caring, and still be caring, whether they are just like, they might have just been on their reds. I don't like using that term, but I had to do it. So just clocked. Yeah, they might be on that time of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds bad. Yeah, but yeah, they might be on their time of the month, and they might give you a hard time. Like, they might have had a long, stressful day.
Yeah.
But I don't mean like, another one that doesn't work for me. But no, like, how are you gonna react to them being that way? You're gonna be caring, and what's gonna happen? They might end up making their day a better one.
Like, I hear that, because like, when I was out, there was one girl I approached, I think. Was it one? Well, this one in particular, okay. And I noticed her. She had a curly woolly hair as well, by the way, blood.
There wasn't he?
Hey. But I don't know, there was just something about her look. She just looked really... She was cute, but she looked stunning as well. She looked like... I went and told this to her at the end as well, right? I know it sounds cheesy, and I said to her, I know it sounds cheesy, but I was just like, you look like you're part of some royalty. Like, you look like you could be like an African or Jamaican queen or something. Just the structure of her face, and I don't know what it was. That's just how I felt. And I said to her, look, anyway, I just wanted to say that to you, and I hope you have a lovely life and take care. Or, well, I don't know if I said something like that, and left. And there wasn't anything there for me in the sense of like, got to draw for a number now, or anything. It was just like, I just wanted to say that. And I felt satisfied having said that. I felt like the man having said that. Like, when I say the man, not like the man like, yeah, I'm the man, but just like the man as in, yeah, like I freely expressed myself with you, the world, who's part of the world, like, bam, without any, and that was it. And the reason why I thought of that was because we were talking about the word caring, and I would probably say I suppose quite caring in the way I said it, but blood, like this whatever this thing is, right? This isn't just in relation to girls. That's why I'm so.
It's contagious. It's going around to the other areas.
That's why I'm so like. I get the importance of it, because I get this will make a difference in every area. Like, the areas that are all gravy already, it's gonna heighten it, and the ones where I'm like, it will make a difference in that as well. Even down to when I go teach kids, it'll make a difference. And when they're not listening,
still gonna be.
There's a way of being that I get to be still.
Yeah.
That I get to choose to be still. I mean, versus reacting and doing something else. Or being something else. But I don't hear what that way of being is.
Well, we do know caring is one of them. Stating obvious.
Yeah, but
it doesn't sound inspiring enough.
Yeah. Because again, it seems like that would just be an attribute. To what the actual centeredness, to what the actual thing is. Because really, everything in my life, every moment, I can see it this way, and this is how I like to see it this way. Everything in my life, every moment or anything that I do, it will give me the opportunity to be this way. And alright, I could say this. I get to be myself. I could say that, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's fine, because it is me being myself. And I'm like, what is the maybe I don't need to look at that. Maybe that's the issue, I don't know. But what's the articulation of me being myself?
Well, it's what you see yourself as, what you aspire to be. Because there's things there's habits that we'd have, built up in our time or whatever, and we've gone through different moods. But who do you aspire to be though? Like a king, prince, a businessman? But they're all labels. But I mean, what do they represent now? And what if they represent? If they inspire you, that's kind of what you want to aspire to be. But we always talk about Drake mode.
Yeah.
On holiday.
Yeah.
Do you know what's more powerful than Drake mode?
God mode.
I'm talking about the human. Because God, we know that's raw.
Divine mode.
Denzel mode, blood.
Divine mode.
Denzel mode, blood. Now, if you could, like, I remember when I was doing a seminar.
Yeah.
I think I might have mentioned this to you before, and I was having problems with like my being or whatever. I was like, man, like, I was at the front. I was like, man, I just don't know what I'm doing. Like, I just feel like I'm a bit anxious all the time, and it's just long. Like, and I can't remember. Is this around love life or whatever? I was on a relationship seminar.
Yeah.
And the seminar leader was like, who do you aspire to be? And I was just thinking of all the heads like that, just like when you look at them, they just look like they're the man just doing this thing, blood.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington, blood. I just say blood, but and then everyone just started like they felt good about that. I was like, yeah, like Denzel.
Yeah.
Get into Denzel mode.
Honestly, if I was to say someone, I'd say Justin Timberlake.
Justin.
But the thing is, then what happens for me is that is all great to be like, yeah, I aspire to be like that. Like I like looking at people, observing people, and being like, oh, I love that about them, and I love that about them, and like either building that into my character, or if I don't have that, or like using that to acknowledge if I have it part of my character. But instead of being Justin Timberlake, it's being Ashley Lloyd Shaw at that level. Now, when I say that level, I don't mean that level of celebrity. I mean, but I mean at that level of what it occurs to me like, because I don't know Justin Timberlake. It's everything to do with my occurring of how he bees. And this guy is like, to me, yeah, he's ultimate when it comes to being self-expressed, for sure. In his areas of life. Well, the areas of life that are have been apparent to me. So like, so me now, if I was to be like, yeah, be the possibility, being Justin Timberlake, I would feel like I'm doing this disservice to myself now.
Yeah, because
like I'm devaluing myself.
You're not trying to be him in this, but you aspire to be the way he's being about who he is. The way he carries himself as Justin, you aspire to do the same, express yourself in the way Ashley's version of that. The way he's comfortable in his own skin. I'm Justin Timberlake. Like, you want to be the same way about Ashley Lloyd Shaw. The way he expresses it is the way you want to express it in your version. So you don't particularly want to be Justin. I don't want to be Denzel Washington. Like, I just mean the way he is about, or like Idris Elba, like the way they are about themselves. Like, I'm Idris, blood. My name's Idris Elba. Like, Like that's. To me, I'm actually not sure. You get me?
So what I would call that then is like the word, one of the words I'd use for that. Then I suppose is being secure, isn't it?
Yeah. Being secure in who you are.
Well, I don't even know about in who you are. Just being secure. Period.
Yeah. Full stop. So you just want to be that all is well. And what you know. The finger that pushes the button of all is well. You want to be that.
Yeah. And what is that?
Yeah, what is that? Is that there's a button on the wall that says all is well, and all you have to do is press it, and all will be well in your life. But someone has
what it looks like.
Yeah, and that finger that presses that button is who you want to be. So what would you have to
or
be?
Who I want to be present to. So I do believe it's in me already. Just like with whatever it is for anyone else, but it's being present to that. It's realizing that.
Say that again.
I do believe what this thing that I'm talking about is within me already. Otherwise, I wouldn't be aware that it's not there. Just the same for anyone else. So it's not so much. So I see it more as is something for me to get present to or realize versus or be in tune with. Let's say be in tune with, because it's there already versus something else. So it's something I'm not in. So I could. So again, what is that bloody thing I'm not in tune with? And I thought I was like, oh, is it love? Is it being loving? Because obviously I like being loving and blah blah blah. But
oh, what is it? Because I can't tell you.
No, I know. You might hear something though, but yeah, you can't tell me.
It was definitely his leadership though, but
oh yeah, true. You did say that.
I think it's the trust. Do you feel like you trust things are gonna work? All these things that you're playing for.
Over the last year, I've had a lot more doubt than I ever had. I'd say.
Okay, there's more doubt there.
Yeah.
Where did the doubt? Do you think? Where do you think the doubt started to play a part?
I was with Thingy Majiggy.
Scene.
I'm not going to say it's because of her, but I started using my experience with her to practice being doubtful versus before I met her being blessings are continuously flowing to me. Like I was just clear on that, and then she showed up and we started having our experience, and then I started seeing things which I then started going, well, that doesn't make sense if blessings are continuously flowing to me. Maybe there's something I'm doing that's wrong, or why that's happening now, or maybe it's not always flowing to blah 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 blah. And then obviously, and so then I started to become in tune with that kind of energy. And I do feel since obviously I've not been with her, I've moved further away from being in tune with that to the degree that I was at that time to now, though it's still quite present. It's still quite present to the degree which is unusual for me. So to answer your question, I suppose yes.
So there's something we're gonna have to look into now. Is trusted. Or what other way of saying that?
Faith, or the secure, like I was saying.
But what would be the being version of that?
Of what?
If you trust everything that comes into your life is gonna work out. You have trust in everything. What would be that in a way of being? Being trustworthy. Being faithful. Being
Supposed to be relaxed. I'd be soothed.
being soothed.
Nourished.
Because it's a way of being. If you know, like for example, let me just think of an example. Of someone that you really, really trust. You trust your mum, 100%, and you know that there's something that your mum would say to you, and you know that 100% she's gonna do it. Without fail, you know, if she doesn't do it, you'd be pretty shocked. But how you being in that moment when she says that she's gonna do this thing, and when it comes up to that thing coming up, how you being about it, you're just being so relaxed about it. It's like, well, it's done. I know Mumsy means it. I know she's gonna do it. But there's a way of being that you're being around that trust. And whatever that is, that's what's missing.
Yeah. What is it, Junior?
Actually, man, you gotta do it, man. You gotta do it. Man, I can't be spelling the ones out for you, blood. I don't know. I don't know what it is, blood.
I don't know
how
how far anymore.
When the mum tells you, like, okay,
abundant, free, like just.
you're not worried about it. Like it just, like,
Yeah,
it's just
not
something
worried.
like it's there. Like it's like, okay, well, nothing to worry about that. Like, don't have to worry about that until it comes up.
I mean, I could definitely say I'd feel good. I know you said being, but I just thought I'd say
Like, you
that.
just have to like. The only way I think that's gonna generate is if you just trust that things are gonna work. And there's no time frame for it. Like you don't have it like, oh yep, it's gonna work on the 10th of the 10th, 2015. Like there's no date for the trust.
Yeah.
I trust that I'm gonna get my wages on the 27th. I signed a contract that tells me that I get paid the 27th. Now between now and the 27th, am I gonna worry that it's gonna come in or not? No, it might not be in there. They might mess up my wages, and it might be a week later or something. But because I know I'm getting paid the 27th, there's a way I'm gonna be about that. It's like, get paid 27th. All black. I know that's a time frame, but there's a way of being that I'm being about the pay that I just know it's gonna be in there on the 27th. But it might be there just before, depending on what day the 27th falls on. But I know regardless, on the 27th there'll be more money in my account. And obviously that makes me feel nice. But if it's not in there on the 27th, yeah, obviously I'm gonna be a bit like, oh, go on, like, But just initially, the way I'm being is that I trust that it's gonna be there. I don't have to look at all the other scenarios yet. So place them orders, blood. Book them hangouts, and just trust that the person that you hang out with that week is the person that you were supposed to hang out with that week.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with that. It's my being.
Yeah, but just trust.
Trust what though?
Trust that your being is gonna alter. That it's not gonna be like this forever. Do you have it that you're always gonna feel like this?
No.
Well, there it is. It's gonna come. It's gonna come where a point where you're gonna be like, that's what it is. That epiphany is gonna come, and you gotta trust it's gonna come. Because I could throw all of the beings that there are in the world of the ways of being.
Go on then.
And you will, and no, and you will deny them all.
Maybe not. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be something I generate, something I stay in tune with, or not.
Type in Google ways of being.
Bruv, I have.
Oh my god!
I might have typed in ways of being, right? Maybe not ways of being, but I've typed in stuff in Google. I've done some studying, bruv, for a while.
You're going in now, then.
I've been doing studying for a while around it all.
Wow. Okay, you went another level there, boy. When I said that, I didn't think you done that, boy.
Yeah, I have done Google, man.
But that's what I mean. It's like, it doesn't matter if you look at all the lists of way of being. Like, oh yeah, that one sounds right. Nah. Oh, maybe that one. Nah. You're gonna be like that because that way of being is something that you just have to. It's just gonna come when you trust, when you choose to trust that it will come. It's gonna come in a perfect moment.
Bloody hell.
Damn, that was a lot. Bloody hell, man. She's giving me a cold, man.
You got a cold?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, man. Cuz to the next episode, blood. It's gonna come. I can't wait until we talk about it. What is that way of being? You have to trust.
Look, I don't not trust it won't come. I'm just like, maybe because I keep asking, so I'm not listening. But it's like, come on now. It's been a while now. No, it has been. It's not like a couple of days. This is something I've been aware of for a while. I've been wanting to work on. Well, not been wanting to, have been working on different ways, because I'm definitely not in tune with doubt to the degree that I was last year.
Okay. There's one way of being that I'm gonna put right towards the end, Ash. Because we're gonna have to sign out in a minute. But the one way of being that I can think of right now that just come to me.
Yeah.
You take it on or you don't.
Okay.
Forgiving, blood. You have to be forgiving. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive her. You have to forgive anything that's happened this year that didn't go the way you want it to. You can take it on or not. But I think that way of being is forgiveness. Season that up. You get me? You know what you do when you season your food? Put that in the oven. Wait for that to finish and, you know, smell the aroma. And then eat that food, blood. Just saying, blood.
So this isn't me denying that, okay? I actually like that. I did feel a little thing when you said that.
There was
a little thing when you was like, oh, forgiving. Like, I felt like, you know, like with the whole empty and meaningless, like when you just feel kind of thing. I felt that a little bit. And I'll keep that in mind for sure. I'll keep that in the space, I mean, for sure.
You have to be it, blood.
Okay.
Don't put it in the space. Like, oh, yeah, just gonna look at you there. When I'm ready, I'm gonna pick you up. Nah, man.
I feel like it could be something that is like a twin of that.
Do you know what? Forgiveness is like a suit, a 3-piece suit inside your wardrobe.
Yeah.
And you can either be, okay, I'm just gonna leave it in the wardrobe until the perfect moment comes up to wear it. Or you can put that shit on right now, blood. And walk around the yard of that 3-piece suit, blood. Whether it's the time for that suit or not, blood. The Power Ranger suit, blood. Same thing, blood. You can either put the suit on now, blood, or wait until you get the role. But forgive anything that's happened before, man. Once you forgive, you better put that suit on whenever you want, blood.
Okay, I forgive.
And not be like, oh well, it's not a good time for the suit now. It's like think about this. David Beckham was putting the boots on for years, blood. Tying that boot, tying that knot, going to the park, playing football. He was not playing for Manchester United, but he still laced those boots, blood, every day. Yeah. He put the boots on. He went like, when I play for United, I'll put the boots on. Like, put the boots on first, blood.
Yeah.
Go on that training field, you know, a couple of years, few years. You have to earn that spot, blood.
But that's how what you just said there. That's how I relate to the being. That between that time when he was playing in the park to when he was playing for Manchester United, there was a journey
of belief,
a way of being he was feeling. Yeah, but I don't want to. But what I'm trying. But when you say belief, that means you're putting it towards him manifesting playing for Manchester United, which is fine. There's not a problem with that. I'm trying to. I mean, at the moment, not put that towards anything. Like instead of trying to like be like, all right, I'm gonna believe. I'm gonna have belief that I'm gonna manifest that, and that is gonna happen, and blah blah. I'm instead of trying to believe something I'm gonna manifest or something that's gonna happen in the future. I'm wanting to just be the way of being that I think I would be in that future now, irrelevant of thinking about the manifestation.
It's definitely forgiveness then. Definite. You have to backtrack on things that you're not forgiving yourself for, and it's going to free you up to be that way you want to be. Those things are stopping you from being that way. Find those blind spots.
What's stopping me?
Backtrack and all the things that you're not forgiving yourself on, because that's what's holding you back. And because it's holding you back, it's not allowing you to express yourself and free yourself to be that way you want to be, because there's still something in the background that you're not forgiving yourself for. Now, I don't know what that is because I'm not actually Lloyd sure.
Yeah.
But it's something you have to forgive, man. And that's going to give you freedom.
But I just feel like, for example, if I was just being free, if I was feeling free, then whatever you're talking about, that would just automatically sort out anyway, if there was something. Because when you say forgive...
You have to pinpoint it first. That's why in the Landmark Forum, we always had to go backtrack. We could have just said, oh, yeah, I'm just going to be free now. But we had to look at what was it in the past. Like from childhood, there was things that from childhood that I forgot had happened and I hadn't forgiven, that made me realize that, oh, I don't have to worry about that now. And that's where the freedom came from, was realizing that that's just in the past. That doesn't have anything to do with my present right now. It's always distinguishing the blind spots that made us feel the way we felt after we did the course. It was never just like, oh yeah, do you know what, you're going to be free, guys, you've got to pay us this much money just so that we can tell you to be free. They've never told us to be free, ever. They always told us, what's the thing that you're not being authentic about? What's the thing in your past that's in your present right now? What are you not forgiving? what you're not try not to forget, and having still be a part of your journey right now. And you've mentioned a little bit about it because of your past relationship. So it's around that area, it's around that stage, something you're not forgiving.
I don't think that's the case though. I don't feel that's the case. I would say as well if I felt like that, because I had done. It's not like I hadn't.
Just look a bit deeper, man.
Yeah, but that's this is what I want to stop doing. Deeper.
I mean it's deeper on the thing that had you lose power. As a distinguish it and be okay that was just then and this is now.
I think we're a little bit in two different conversations. I think a little bit. If I'm honest,
it might be, and it might be a stage where you might say, actually, you will find out what it is. I think it's forgiveness. I think leadership and forgiveness is both conversations that will definitely be.
But
when
if we go back to what I was actually saying about when I'm acting, when I'm on stage, when I'm dancing, when I'm looking at that bum, being a leader and forgiving, that doesn't come up for me, as that's the way of being that's missing.
I know. That's why you think it's a totally different conversation.
Well, yeah, because you're saying about looking back at what potentially could be.
Yeah, but there. you can't have the way that you are when you're dancing. That the way you generate that way of being when you're dancing be the same with everything else.
Yeah, you can. Why? Why not?
Well, if it was that simple, you'd have done it.
Yeah, well, I think it is simple, but I don't know what the thing is, which is why I said it's my blind spot. Because that's what I was saying to you. The same feeling that I have when I'm dancing, as well as look at a nice bum, or when I'm kissing a girl, or when I'm writing something, the same energy that's flowing through me, which is why I was saying earlier when you said about the sexual frustration, which I could relate to it being all of that then, for example. That thing that I'm connected to, that thing that I'm in tune with, is something that I have before been able to be in tune with a lot of the time.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying forgiveness is going to generate these things. I mean, forgiveness is the thing that's going to allow you to have that thing not be blocked. It's blocked right now because you're not forgiving yourself for something. It's not the thing that's going to generate. It's not like, oh, I'm forgiving now. Yeah. Oh, now I've got that being. Yeah. Like, no. It's like you have to forgive something first, and once that's out the way, then you're going to be that way that you always are when you see the bums and when you see the and any way they express, like when you're dancing. I'm not saying forgiveness is that way of being when you're dancing. I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm saying forgiveness is the thing that's going to take the thing out the way that's in the way at the moment of you being expressing the way that you are when you dance, when you see a bum, and when you're writing and da-da-da.
Okay.
It's blocking your view. So as easy as it is for you to see when you're dancing that that's the way you express yourself when you're dancing, as easy it is to be like, well, I'm just dancing and that's just how it is. When I'm writing and that's how it is. Oh, that bum, oh my god, that bum looks so nice, and the way you appreciate it, the way you feel that bum, and that's just the way it is. But imagine there was something in the way of the bum. Is in a crowded space, you can't see the bum. Or you're in a place where it's sardine-like, and you squeak and you can't dance because, you know, there's too much people in the club. Far too much people in the club, so there's no way for you to move the way you want to move. That's what the forgiveness is like. So when you forgive, it lets people, whoever starts in that sardine-like space that you're in, it makes a few of those people come out of the way and then free up some space for you to dance. That's just a metaphor of it, but it is something that is distracting you. Yeah. And the only thing I can think of is that it's something that you're not forgiving. that you're suppressing. But I don't know what that is because, like I said, I wasn't there.
I don't know either.
But what I do know is Ashley's been a leader for time. My man's been doing this thing for time. Been leader. Been leading. Been caring. All is well. Yeah, I don't know how to say it because as much as it might be that thing, I might be wrong. It might not be anything that you need to forgive. It might not even be that. That's me just saying, like, I don't know, like, exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Only you will know. But it's a suggestion that might open up something. Yeah, it's tricky, man. Freaking nose is destroyed. To be continued?
Who knows?
I think to be continued, man. Just go through this week, not worrying about anything. Just doing things that you want to do because you want to do it. See what comes up, see what shows up.
Yeah.
Rago. But I have to disperse now because man's hungry. I want to continue this bloody let me know if you've got another day this week that you can continue talking. And if it works for me, I'll be on the call.
Alright, we'll see.
Yeah, just let me know, man.
Alrighty. Wow.
Boy.
Thanks for the chat. Still, anyway.
We're gonna get bad. It doesn't always have to be, you know, that it's gonna unfold the way it's gonna unfold at the end of the day. But only you know. Because you're actually not sure. You know what your expectations are. You know what your worth is and what you want. That everyone else has a different way of it looking for them.
Yeah.
But for me, I just feel like belief and forgiveness and leadership, those three things play a part in you getting back to that. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know. I'm just throwing out some suggestions. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they will play a part in when you realise what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that anyway. That's just my belief.
Very cool.
Alright, cuz.
Alright, man. Take it easy.
Take it easy, man. Don't worry, man. Enjoy those hangouts as well, blood. Talk to them about this. Raggle.
Yeah.
Talk to the hangouts about this. Something's gonna unfold, man.
Yeah.
Alright, cuz.
Alright, man.
Love you, man.
Just say it. Just say it.
Jus Sayin!
Stewie. Hey.
Hey there. So, it's been 24 hours. Got my money?
Oh, you know what? Just give me till next Friday. I'll have it for you.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. That's good, OJ.
Ah!
Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, that don't feel so good, does it? No, huh? Yeah, that's what happens, man.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what happens. Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man? Where's the money? Yeah, you like that? That feel good? That feel good? Where's the money, man? Where's my money? You got till 5 o'clock. You hear me? You got till 5 o'clock.
You freaking psychopath!
Clean yourself up.
I'm just saying.
Just say it.